To all those working for world peace through paths of wisdom. Introduction. Women's stories have not been told, and without stories there is no articulation of experience. Without stories, a woman is lost when she comes to make the important decisions of her life. She does not learn to value her struggles, to celebrate her strengths, to comprehend her pain. Without stories, she is alienated from those deeper experiences of self and world that have been called spiritual or religious. If women's stories are not told, the depth of women's souls will not be known. Imagine yourself attending a scientific congress in the Swiss Alps in 1909. A quiet 31-year-old woman with a long dress, an Austrian physicist, is sitting in the audience next to Max Planck. They are waiting expectantly as 30-year-old Albert Einstein quietly approaches the podium to deliver his lecture. Meitner had attended all of her mentor Boltzmann's lectures during her doctoral struggles, when he gallantly struggled to defend atomism against the logical positivists. He had committed suicide a year before, and it was Planck who urged Meitner and Einstein to come to Berlin. Both would decide to make Berlin their new home. Years later, Meitner's insights into atomic structure, which led to her interpretation of fission and utilising Einstein's formula E=mc², her insight into the tremendous energies which would be released from this process, turned the key in the puzzle and contributed a fundamental building block to the understanding of physics. But it was also a discovery that released a tremendous force that changed our world. From Meitner's 1938 insight into the process of fission and publications by Hahn, Strassmann, Frisch and herself, intense government funding and research efforts were focused around the world towards the development of the world's first atomic bombs. Lise Meitner never worked on weapons research and, like Einstein, remained committed to the international peace efforts of scientists after the war. Meitner's life story makes it clear that she was often at the centre of revolutionary events. While she was forced toward the periphery through discriminatory practices and policies, excluded from decisions made about her own work, and denied just and formal recognition by her peers. She lived and worked within the contrasting world of scientific objectivity and social discrimination, but persevered and encouraged many others during her 60-year career to enter radiophysics and radiochemistry research. She diligently focused upon her groundbreaking work in atomic physics, publishing over 128 articles in her lifetime. Lise Meitner's quiet courage and her tenacious sense of scientific curiosity and acumen opened many doors. Her impressive publications list and commitment to world peace illustrate a balanced and deeply ethical person who made scientific research her life's focus without forgetting her role as a responsible world citizen. She and Eleanor Roosevelt made a pledge in 1945 to work for world peace, and she continues to be a role model in this respect. Chapter 1. Choosing the Path of Physics. Lise Meitner, the third child of Philip and Hedwig Meitner, was born on November 7th, 1878 in Vienna. Growing up with her younger siblings and an elder brother and sister who adored her, Lise had a loving family, a secure childhood, and intelligent parents who challenged their children in creative ways. Music, thanks to their mother, was central to family life, and all of the children learned to play the piano at an early age. Lise was painfully aware of the boundaries of Viennese society. She wrote, "Austria was so thoroughly patriarchal that women were bound to suffer. Every part of the female anatomy had to be concealed by clothing so cumbersome that it was impossible to dress oneself without assistance."